Going to be a tough task for this new lineup of 7 districts.
But I think 7 district have been given this opportunity to come out to bat by IGM. Asif Mumtaz very sensible there. He doesn't want a very high scoring match. He wants to end it on a high note because of the net run rate, which he is normally very good at. The entire IGM lineup as well, with power hitters coming in from everywhere around. So Hazrat Luqman and Zaid Ali have a lot of important tasks in their hand of dismissing the 7 districts. And this time moving away from Shahzad Ali. Hazrat Luqman troubling them with the swing, and Saghir Afridi coming in to have a word with Shahzad Ali, telling him to move away and play this ball a lot easier.
Well, I've played a lot of cricket with Saghir Afridi, and I can tell you for a fact, as soon as he comes on strike, he's going to do something completely different. But Shahzad Ali, also known as Shaizu in the domestic circuit, hard-hitting batsman, very strong on the offside. So probably that's what Saghir is saying, as you said.
Well, he's got 2 slips in place, so I think that's going to be a lot scarier for Shahzad Ali. This one down the leg side, flicked away, and will get that boundary quite comfortably.
Well, clearly whatever Saghir Afridi has told him has worked. He's walked across his stumps. He knew that ball was going to go away from him. So covered his stumps and played a very good flick shot.
Well, Saghir Afridi has played a lot against IGM. He has troubled the entire batting lineup of them as well. And with the bat, he plays a very special knock, which is a little more calmer and relaxed. So Shahzad Ali has got that early advantage of a boundary. He's opened his innings with that. Oh, this one quite slower from Hazrat Luqman. So end of a very good over. 7 districts, 5 for no loss after 1.
Very, very interesting bowling change here by the captain. Harry Bharwal with the second over. So you've got all the riches of the fast bowling lineup with Mohammad Zaid, Taimur Bhatti, and he goes with the left arm spinner.
Well, this left arm spinner can cause a lot of damage for 7 districts. Just like that, he can stop those runs as well. So Asif Mumtaz has played it very smartly, introducing Harry Bharwal there.
Well, he has played a lot of cricket against Saghir Afridi, knows he loves pace on the ball. That's why going with the spinner, but Saghir Afridi has played a very good shot. He's on the back foot, cuts it nicely and gets a boundary.
But he knows Harry can get that turn, and he waited for that turn to come in and cut it between the fielders and got that boundary. Look at that. Just made some room and cut it away. The long chase there, quickish outfield. So I guess the plan could misfire for Asif Mumtaz over here. They have a slightly faster outfield over here.
A quicker one, fired into the pads. Saghir Afridi again trying to make some room, and very lucky to get some bat on that.
Well, lucky he got bat on that, and luckily it didn't hit the stumps as well. Inside is always troubling for any batsman there. Harry Bharwal could turn the ball anyway. So 5 runs in this over so far. 3 more deliveries to go.
Interesting field this for Harry. He's got a deep mid wicket and long off. Again, firing it into the stumps. This time, the ball is racing away to the fine leg boundary. This is a lightning outfield. He gets a good piece of bat on that, Shahzad, and gets a boundary.
Well, just a well-timed flick coming in. And fine leg was a little too far away in the circle. Has disappeared in a flash. So now the IGM are understanding that boundaries are coming in. They're coming in quite regularly, and IGM is not very prone to that as well.
Slower delivery this time. It was on the stumps. That's his strength, Harry Barwal's. I think that's what he has to stick with. Trying to bowl quick into the pads. Not a good idea against these two.
This one again. Dot ball there. And they need to be a little more careful of Yasir Kaleem behind the stumps. He is on the same line, and it. So end of a very good over for 7 districts. 14 for no loss after 2.
Hazrat Luqman continues from the far end. Again, what a delivery. Pace and swing. Saghir Afridi chasing it. Lucky not to get bat on it.
Well, that was Shahzad Ali there. And, sorry, Saghir Afridi. Sorry, my bad. But he needs to be a little careful. Hazrat Luqman can't swing it away. They've got 2 slips in place. And I think they are trying to produce that thin edge.
Again, swinging delivery, it's in the air. Fielder settles under it nicely. Asif Mumtaz not dropping that. And Saghir Afridi, 1 shot too many. He has to walk back.
Well, Asif Mumtaz always has a plan. Saghir wanted to wait for it, but again went out too early. Hit in the air, and Asif Mumtaz does not make any errors there. So first wicket, first blow for 7 districts, 14 for 1.
Well, a big breakthrough. The dangerous Saghir Afridi taken out of the equation. The new batsman walking in, Farman Ali. Wicket-keeper batsman by trade, number 3 for this new 7 districts team.
Well, the plan which Asif Mumtaz was planning has already worked. Hazrat Luqman has picked up the first wicket. Again, 2 slips in place. And I think Luqman will want to pick up a couple more wickets here. So Farman Ali. This one down the leg side, given a wide.
Well, that Jimmy Anderson wonder delivery. Hazrat Luqman looking for. That pitches on leg, takes out off stump out of the ground. They look good, but not easy to execute.
As a bowler, you've picked up a wicket in the previous delivery, so you can't come consistently with the second as a wide. So Hazrat Luqman, I think he's enjoying this bowling, but he's still trying to figure out the line and length. This one, a much better line there. Only if it was hitting that edge. Thin edge could have been there.
Again, full swinging away from the right-hander. Farman going for that drive, missing it completely. That's why they have the two slips. That's why they have a packed offside field.
Well, I guess they should keep rotating strikes. Getting those singles will be a lot easier for them rather than going for those big shots and giving away their wickets, because there's always a risk over here in the beginning stage. The ball is still new. You've got a pacer like Hazrat Luqman there, so it would not be ideal to go in for the big shots.
Outside edge. There is a third man. Just a single.
But I think this was a lot easier. Again, with that outside edge, just a single coming in. The scoreboard keeps ticking. Makes it a lot easier for 7 districts to get to a bigger total. Right now, they need to stop losing wickets. They've lost the first one in the form of Sagir Afridi. And Shahzad Ali has a lot of responsibility on his head as well. There's still a lot of batting to come in, Abdur Rahman. So they can take time to settle in.
Well, again going across his stumps. This time, Hazrat Luqman ready for that. Going wider. And yes, Shajil, I think the plan for 7 districts is to try to get as many runs as they can in the power play. And then they have the likes of Mohammad Farooq, who can just consolidate in the middle. As I said, Shahzad is a very aggressive opening batsman. Sagir Afridi, one of them as well. He unfortunately will not contribute anymore.
Again, a very good ball. They will steal his quick single. With that single, over comes to an end. 3 overs down. 7 districts, 17 for 1.
Well, the Harry Bharwal experiment over after just one attempt. Asif Mumtaz is going back to pace, and this man, he has pace to burn. Muhammad Zahid coming in from the pavilion end.
And down the leg side, he starts off with a wide. Zahid always has this issue of the initial first deliveries where he gets lost in the line and length. But after he gets going, it becomes a lot easier for him. Asif Mumtaz has a lot of faith in him. He is a strike bowler and he is very aggressive with his pace as well.
Well, that gentle loosener, as we say. All the fast bowlers need that one loosener. There you can see that spring in the step already. This time a wide outside off stump, where you can see a few clicks faster. Muhammad Zahid already.
Well, he needs to wait for it. We got the match ref free there, Iftikhar. So he's playing a close eye on this match to make sure that everything is a lot easier for both the teams here. And this one struck him in the pad, but outside, missing everything out there.
But they've coined that term beaten for pace. That's the perfect example. Swinging delivery. Shehzad had no clue.
The only thing they need to do is make sure that they survive this over out. Zahid's overs are supposed to be survived. They're not supposed to be played for any runs unless you know how to tackle them easily. And this one went in down the track, was an unnecessary move there. And Yasir Kaleem very quick with his throws, very accurate.
Well, Shehzad Ali clearly living dangerously. You don't see that very often, somebody charging Mohammad Zahid down the track. And I think Shehzad is a bit out of his depth here, trying too many shots against the fast bowlers. He played a very good flick shot towards the leg side. And I think that is what he wants to focus on, just get that timing right.
But there is a difference between Hazrat Luqman's pace and Zahid Ali's pace. It is a lot of variation there in numbers as well. And just like that, he tried. But again, Zahid is too quick for Shehzad Ali. Like I said, 3 more deliveries to go. If he works out this over, picks up those singles rather than plays those aggressive shots, it will be a lot easier for them.
Well, if you want to get an idea of how much pressure Mohammad Zahid exerts while he's bowling, he's just bowled 5 deliveries, 3 of them legal, and he's out of breath already. That's how much effort he puts into his deliveries.
This one, much better line, much better control by Shehzad Ali. So if you stick to the single, I think this is what they need. They need to pick up those singles and survive overs out and go for those juicy shots which is there. Perhaps they could get a bigger run there. Like now, they're almost into the 4th over, only 20 runs on the board. So they are taking their time. Projected doesn't look that appealing, 108. And if they go a little more beyond that, 133.
Well, as you were saying, 150, 160, it's not going to cut it. They need to go at 10 runs and over from here to get to that 166, 170 mark. Again, quick delivery, it's in the air, and he's gone. Shahnawaz Khan is not dropping those. Quick delivery, beaten for pace, had already played a shot. That was unbelievably quick. That was a brute.
Zahid got it a little more shorter. Farman Ali did not know what to do with that. Right into the hands of Shahnawaz. The second blow for 7 districts. Farman Ali departs. 20 for 2.
The new batsman walking in, very tall left-hander, Abdul Ghaffar. A good decision here from 7 districts, bringing in a left-hander. I think that left-hand, right-hand combination might just disturb the line and length of the bowlers.
Definitely, and he is a good hitter of the ball as well. He's played Zahid in the past. So I think he knows how to tackle this bowler. So 1 more delivery to go to end the over. And a very good delivery to end the over. So 1 wicket to his name, 20 for 2 after 4. Well, Hazrat Lukman coming in. And he starts off with a good delivery there. And he's picked up 1 wicket. So I think there is a lot of confidence Asif Mumtaz has with Hazrat Lukman. He's not got rid of those second slip as well. So I think he has a plan to pick up 1 more wicket. He's got a very offside-ish field set for Shahzad Ali and Abdul Ghaffar as well.
And this intelligent bowling, very easy to get lost in that mindset when the batsman is walking across trying to aim for those stumps that he's showing, but he's sticking to his line and length, sticking outside off stump.
This one went through or the outside edge. Zahid will receive it. So he's picked up that single. Very good going there. He is losing track of that pace. I think Hazrat Lukman, Zahid Ali, all the bowling attack coming in from IGM is troubling Seven Districts right now. They need to tackle it, and I think Abdul Ghaffar will be the right opportunity. He has the right opportunity to do it today.
Well, one thing is for sure, this is going to be a different tactic from Hazrat Lukman, because he's going to be bringing the ball in to the left-hander. A very different approach from the right-hander, obviously. And Abdul Ghaffar, we know, is very strong towards that leg side, mid-wicket square leg. You can see a square leg deep.
And just like this, we'll go to the fielder there. So they've got 1 slip removed for Abdul Ghaffar. They've got a deep third man there. So I think this is what they're aiming at. They want that edge to come out because they have set that ring offside field for him. And Shahzad Ali slowly moving in. He's got 11 of 16 so far. Just less than run a ball, more than run a ball. So he needs to get more runs over here quite easily.
Again, walking across his stumps. There was a gully field replaced for that exact outside edge. Harry Barwal has done really well, not letting him get off strike. I think Lukman will favor this, the right-hander on strike, get as many deliveries as he can towards him.
But they are trying to get Shahzad Ali to go back. They've got 2 slips, 1 gully there. And Asif Mumtaz is not giving up with Hazrat Lukman. Like that, 1 more gone through. So they will pick up a single. And so far, they play this over really well. 3 runs off it, 1 more delivery to go. Projected doesn't look that great. 95, 129 if they go with only 7 runs and over. But this man on strike can change the game. A couple of big hits coming in from his end. Can change the entire dynamics for 7 District.
Well, it's going to be a mighty hit from here, Sharjeel. Square leg and mid-wicket is very big here at the ICC Academy, oval number 2.
Hazrat Khan coming in for his final delivery of this over. And there is an appeal there. But no, says the umpire. Very good delivery to end the over. 7 District, 23 for 2. Look at that.
Well, Yasir Kaleem went up. It was the bowler who didn't appeal. And that's where you get the hint. The umpire was not interested at all. 23 for the loss of 2 wickets in the end of 5 overs. Mohammad Zahid continues. Again, swinging delivery. Shehzad Ali, beg your pardon, misses it completely. And joining me in the comm box is Super Neil Oja. Super Neil, welcome.
Thank you so much, Abdul Rahman. Well, what a fantastic game we have up on our hands. The second game of the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup. Yesterday, a high-scoring game. 199 scored by the Pindi boys defenders, beating a champion side of Future Mattress. Here we have another similar interesting encounter. Down the leg side, very, very poor. Spraying it way wide, and you can see the despair on the face of the wicket keeper there. He's not happy. 4 wides.
Well, the runs have been very difficult to come by. So 7 districts will not mind that at all. A freebie, 5 runs added to the total. But then you can understand why that. You can see that pace, that exertion from Mohammad Zahid.
Zahid coming in. Again trying to go down the leg side. He got some hands on it, and that's why I slowed the ball down. Oh, he would have gone over the picket fences.
Well, everything happening as soon as Neil Oja has walked into the comm box.
I brought an entertainment up.
Yeah, definitely. Again, a delivery down the leg side. Yasir Kaleem does well to get some glove on it. And then Taimur Bhatti almost falling off the fences.
There's some comedy of errors happening here. Put in some really hard yards. Got the footy right. And mind you, it's just 1 legal delivery so far. He's done well this time. Calls for the 2, but will settle for 1.
Well, Taimur Bhatti, another fast bowler. You don't want him running around so much. It's hot, humid conditions. You want your fast bowlers fresh. He's had to chase the ball everywhere so far. Again, just 2 legal deliveries. He's already conceded 10 runs.
That's a very expensive over. 2 in the first. And then a bundle of runs coming in the second. Zahid has been expensive in this. But 7 districts won't really mind this. Freebies are good. Literally everywhere.
And this time he goes down the leg side to the left-hander. We were expecting maybe he'll prefer bowling to the left-hander with that angle that he's bowling on.
He's bowling with 2 slips in position. The idea would be to get that ball moving slightly away from the left-hander. Not to be so. Or probably he's just trying to play a bluff. I have 2 slips. I'm not going to bowl you there. I'll bowl you down the leg side.
Better ball that, but a even better shot. Straight down the ground, gets a boundary.
Yeah, maybe that's the reason he's trying to spray the ball here and there, because every time he bowls straight, this is happening. The wicket is really good. I can definitely tell you that. The ball is coming nicely onto the bat at a good pace. You need to put in that little extra effort to get that ball bouncing just from the back of the length. That is exactly what I was talking about.
Well, clearly he's heard you, Neil. Put in the effort. Short delivery. And it does rise and rises nicely. And so far, Mohammad Zahid has bluffed Asim Mumtaz, the captain, the wicket keeper, and us here in the comm box. But that's the problem that he has sometimes. He just sprays it all over. When he gets it right, he's unplayable.
Up in the air, a man circling underneath. Will he take it? Oh, come on. This should have been taken. The ball did stay in the air for a long time. These catches tend to be difficult, especially when it is the top edge. But a catch being dropped by Shahnawaz, that's rare.
Yes, very, very rare. Safe pair of hands. Shahnawaz Khan just lost it. And Mohammad Zahid, well, he's not happy at all.
You can't afford to do that. Zahid has been struggling with his line. Finally, when he gets one right, you need to grab it. Support your bowlers. Swing and a miss. And that'll be the end of the over. 6 overs gone, 39 for 2.
Well, we see quite a few people on the grass banks. Such a beautiful ground, this Neil, to sit and watch the game. Not the weather, just the ground and the conditions around it.
Oh, I completely agree with you. I can just imagine this setup in December, in January, sitting on the mounds, watching a good game of cricket.
A change in bowling. Another quick bowler, Taimur Bhatti. Right on the money, first delivery. He's got such a repeatable action, Taimur. I love it. The way he winds up, loads and then releases the ball.
It's important for a bowler to have that kind of a mechanism, because that gives them that rhythm. And once you are in that rhythm, your line, your length, the accuracy will be point on. And this is something that you have to start training at a very young age.
Well, I was just going to ask you that. You are a coach as well. I think this is one of the most important things you talk to about young fast bowlers. Forget about where you want to land the ball first. Get your action right. Get your rhythm right. We see Mohammad Zahid, I think the problem that he has sometimes, he just completely loses his rhythm when he's running in. And that's why he's spraying the ball everywhere.
With express fast bowlers, you will see this. The first two balls generally will be very high intensity balls. They put in a lot of effort there. Once you've done the two hard effort balls, the body then slows down. And that's why the rhythm doesn't fall through in the fourth and fifth delivery. And thus, they start spraying the ball.
Well, 3 in 3 from Taimur Bhatti, beating the outside edge. As Neil was saying, just that rhythm that he has, brilliant. Same with Hazrat Luqman as well. You can see he just lands the ball at the place he wants to bowl again and again.
The classic example of a rhythmic bowler is Glenn McGrath. Every time, the way he will start, his run up, the way he'll gather, deliver, and after that, the way he moves off, the follow through, everything. Oh, meanwhile, there's a no ball. We've been talking really highly about Taimur Bhatti. There's a no ball, and he's looking at the markers. Well, looks like a big one.
Yeah. Well, if there's any problem with his bowling action, that is the one. His front foot. We've seen that so many times in domestic cricket. Taimur just tends to land that front foot a few inches outside that wide line. And in this short format, that is absolutely criminal. That free hit can go anywhere. You can get a batsman out, and he's just standing there taking guard again.
Where will this go? The free hit delivery. Back of the length, up in the air, and just dropped in slightly inside the boundary line. Now, do you blame the fielder over there who was trying to go for the catch? He should have just stayed there at the boundary line, Try to stop that ball from the boundary because you know it's a free hit delivery.
Well, we saw this yesterday as well. You don't have to go for the catch. Just save the boundary. He's a good 10 feet in from the rope. Taimur Bhatti is asking him, what are you doing? Just save the boundary. It would have been one run. That's a poor fielding effort.
Absolutely right. Just basic awareness of the game. Swing and a miss there. Basic awareness of the game. You know that it's a free hit delivery. Go absolutely back on the boundary line. Probably for the bowler or for the batter, you're probably just coming in a few yards to take maybe a catch or so. But then when you realize it's a free hit, go guard the boundary line.
Yeah, they're not going to go for a single. He's not going to guide it down to third man. He's going to go for that massive shot.
Stepping down to Taimur Bhatti definitely won't give you any rewards. 7 overs gone, 44 for 2.
A bowling change from the pavilion end. Mohammad Zahid gets a breather. And it's Shahnawaz Khan, the off spinner, that comes into bowl.
The wily spinner, Shahnawaz Khan. It's going to be interesting to see. We saw the spinners getting a lot of turn yesterday. Ooh, and he did get a lot of turn, but he pitched the ball wide outside the wide line.
Well, these IGM bowlers seem to be a bit rusty, Neil. You don't expect this from them.
Much better, and what a turn. Told you that this wicket has everything in it. It's got something for the fast bowlers who want to put in that effort. It's got a lot for the spinners who can really turn the ball. And for the batters, if you spend some time here, you will get your runs.
Well, again, sticking to that plan. Bowling outside off stump and moving away from the left-hander. A packed offside field. He just moved short fine leg to short third man. So everybody in the circle is now on the offside.
The first one that he wanted to bowl in straight, the armour got punished. Some really good swing in the ball while it was coming in.
Well, I'm very interested to see Asif Mumtaz, who's at long off, not come into bowl. Usually bowls in the power play or early in the innings.
That was a good field placement, but the ball landed slightly short of him. Getting to turn the ball like a top. The spinners delight this wicket.
Well, he does have to get a wicket for his team. Shahnawaz dropped an easy chance. He'll be looking to get a breakthrough. Shahzad Ali, he's going to go to that leg side area for sure, but this is a very big outfield towards the leg side for the right-hander.
Tossed up delivery, nudged it, will get a single. Pretty simple for a right-handed batter to be able to play that ball when he knows that the ball is going to turn a yard. Just watch the trajectory of the ball, check where it's landing, and then once it turning into you, play with the turn, definitely get the single. This time even straighter, even bigger, maximum.
Well, what a clean hit. Abdul Ghaffar is a big unit. Uses all his reach and goes straight down the ground for a maximum, the first maximum of this innings.
Well, this was the second armour that he bowled in the over and again got punished. The first one was hit for a 4, bowls the second one, and this time again goes for even better, a maximum.
Well, Neil, again, the question is, why would you be bowling the armour to the left-hander when you're an off-spinner? You want to take the ball away from him. There you can see Mohammad Zahid giving him some pointers.
And rightly so. There's no need to do that because then the ball is coming quick and nice into the arc of the left-hander. All he has to do is connect. Every time he was turning it, it's difficult for the batter to actually gauge and play.
Well, two fast bowlers and 2 batsmen giving Shahnawaz Khan some advice. Everybody's in his ear right now.
Looks like there will be a change in the ball. As the previous one literally disappeared. It was a flat 6. It still went out far. It's a good conversation that's happening. And it's good that, everyone comes in, gives it 2 bits. But think for the bowler who's just been taken for a 6, has given 14 runs in 5 balls. I wonder if he's listening to anyone.
I doubt it. I have played a lot of cricket with Shahnawaz. He's a very confident lad, believes in his abilities. He'll know what he wants to do next. And as you were saying, he bowls a very good off spinner, gets a lot of turn. I think that's the plan he has to stick with. You can see Abdul Ghaffar is just planning to plant his front foot and either go straight or go towards mid-wicket.
You're right. Just get to back his abilities, bowl that delivery that's turning away from the left-hander. He almost got him at the short third. So that's what you have to deploy. Yes, it's good to have that other one that doesn't turn, but is it necessary is the question. Last ball of the over. This one turns and he just plays it softly. Dot ball to end the over. 8 overs gone. It's 58 for 2.
Well, the fast bowler continues, Taimur Bhatti.
Flat batted and he drops it. They're creating chances but not converting them. Shahzad Ali. Slightly back of the hand. And it was not bowled at his regular pace. Beat him for pace, or rather lack of it. Now it is imperative for IGM to pick a wicket or 2.
Yep, 2 drop chances already. The plan was there. Asim Mumtaz was in the circle for the right-hander. Just let it go through him. Very rare sight that as well. Asim Mumtaz, very safe pair of hands. But this is the battle right here. Abdul Ghaffar going great guns.
Down the leg side and a very good take by Yasir Kaleem. He's a big unit. For him to move so swiftly is really, really amazing.
Well, Neil, he has improved his wicket keeping a lot, Yasir Kaleem. They have Sandeep Sandy, they have Mayank Chaudhary, they have Hamid Khan, all 3 of them wicket keepers, but he has the gloves and you can see why.
This one really, really close. Just missing The bat by a whisker. Taimur Bhatti definitely so far has been the pick of the bowlers. 7 runs in his 8 deliveries that he's bowled, of which that boundary should not have been a boundary. That was hit off him on a free hit delivery. 60 for 2 in 8.2. Projected score if they go at 11 is 185. And I think against a strong batting lineup like IGM, this is a little too less.
Well, again beats him. Taimur Bhatti cranking up the pace, but more importantly, getting that line and length correct. Hitting the gloves hard of Yasir Kaleem. And as you said, 185 against this batting lineup. Sandeep Singh Sandy, Yasir Kaleem, Hamid Khan, Mayank Chaudhary.
Letting it go almost reminded me of some cricket being played in England. Slightly outside the off stump, let the ball go. Don't tease it. Don't try to fetch for it.
Well, they've had 2 big overs so far. 14 of Shahnawaz Khan and 15 of Mohammad Zahid. But again, you need to get that scoring moving.
This was difficult. We'll get a single there. It's a very good over in progress. Yes, he's given a wide, but barring that, just 2 singles. This pressure that's mounting, they need to keep this pressure from the other end as well.
Well, absolutely. They do have a lot of spin bowling options. Harry Bharwal, Kopa Kumar, the captain Asim Mumtaz as well. So a lot of bowling options, especially spinners, and I think they'll have to bring them in very quickly. They are a bit behind on the over rate.
Just getting some bat to the ball. Will get a single and that'll be the end of the 9th. 62 for 2.
A change in bowling. The captain brings himself on. Some movement behind the side screen.
Asif Mumtaz, a very senior statesman. Look at that turn. That turn is something that you will get to see on some true Asian wickets. Ball turns like a top. Oh, again. You'll have to adjust your line. Within UAE, there's so many different kind of wickets. You have to adjust to all of them. And this is a new wicket. There was some development time that was given to these grounds. The off-season work. The grounds had been made ready, and this fresh wicket is showing what it's made of.
Well, everything looks fresh from here, Neil. The outfield looks beautiful. Such a great facility this for cricket. The ICC Academy.
Good piece of fielding, Shahnawaz there. Be a dot ball. Oh, indeed, a fantastic place. And a lot of cricket has been seen in this part of the world. Talking about international cricket, the IPL was hosted here, the T20 World Cup. And then now we are on just the verge of hosting the Asia Cup, while the national side of UAE is in Oman playing for the qualifiers. The game against Kuwait is underway. UAE batting first, scored 173, losing 5 wickets. Top scoring for UAE was Chirag Suri. And now, while Kuwait is on the chase, they are on 95 for 4 in 11.1. Required run rate 8.94. It's a good game that's underway.
Yeah. Asim Mumtaz flights it. And that ball, well, it's got some skyward miles on it. Monster hit by Abdul Ghaffar. What a shot.
Humongous. That was humongous. As big as it gets. And with that 6, he's definitely telling the spinners that if you don't turn the ball, I'll send that ball packing. Huge 6. 10 overs gone. It's 73 for 2.
Taimur continue.
73 for 2 in 10 overs for 7 districts. There's a good partnership being brewed between Shahzad Ali and Abdul Ghaffar. And joining me in this partnership is Sharjeel Ahmed. Welcome, Sharjeel.
Welcome everyone watching this. Look at that. He's getting Taimur, but he's getting a lot of swing as well, which is troubling the 7 districts. And this pair of Shahzad Ali and Abdul Ghaffar have proven to be very fruitful for 7 district as well. 22 of 33 for Shahzad Ali and Abdul Ghaffar. 26 of 20. We know he's ready for those big shots, and we've seen it in the previous over. So perhaps Taimur, but he needs to be a little careful while he's bowling to both of them. And just like that, hitting him in the pad. Every dot delivery, Neil, for them is going to be really tough to deal with.
Oh, you're right. Plus, Taimur has done extremely well if you look at his numbers. 2.2 overs, just 9 runs. Yes, he's not been lucky with the wickets, but those runs that he's given is something that the other bowlers have probably given in 3 deliveries.
But this one down the track, but again couldn't connect at all. So Shahzad Ali, I think he's playing aggressively. He's not trying to connect the ball and bat. It's just going in just for random hits, which I think it is very dangerous for him since there is a slip already present.
Well, probably that would be the message from the dugout as well. He scored 22 but faced 35 deliveries. So he doesn't mind taking those odd risks. A dot ball again. Oh, no ball! We've spoken about this, that Taimur Bhatti has this issue, the front foot no ball. Will end up paying a price for this again.
Well, this is troublesome for him. He's way beyond the crease there. And given a free hit. So Shahzad Ali, he's played that knock which was required. 36 deliveries for that 22. But I think it was fair enough. He had a slower start. He took time to settle in. And this one just treated how it was supposed to, and a misfield there. So 4 runs coming in for Shahzad Ali.
This is almost like an action replay of the previous free hit delivery in the similar region. And this time, again, a couple of yards away from the boundary, trying to go across to stop this. Wasn't able to do that. A 4. He will have to ensure that he doesn't bowl these extras because he's paying price of being a little wayward at times on the free hits.
Well, he is jumping to almost a runner ball now. He's 26 of 37. So I think he can play that, and just like that. Very good way. He got that boundary of the previous ball. He stopped that defender. He didn't want to take any more risk there. Taimur Bhatti getting that bounce and jump from the wicket. Projected looks a little more better. 144 to 150. I think that's the score with 7 districts can go on for, or a little more is that as well.
Going for that big hoik. Didn't connect. This is what we've been talking about. A dot ball to end the over. 11 overs gone. It's 78 for 2. Starts with a big one, and this one's gone way beyond and outside of Sports City, I can tell you that. A huge 6 to start a fresh over. Asif Mumtaz has been punished.
Well, this is the man who IGM needs to aim for, Abdul Ghaffar. Look at that. One more skyer out of the park there. And IGM has that look of concern on their faces, especially Asif Mumtaz. He's got 5 more deliveries to go. What a way to start his over.
Well, again, this one was the one that was the armour. Didn't turn, came in straight. And Abdul Ghaffar has been able to punish everyone who bowls straight. Very confident on his shots, on his abilities, and has delivered again. Asif Mumtaz will have to fall back onto his spinning deliveries. You can't bowl those straighter ones. You can't bowl those arm balls which go straight.
Just like that, a 6 and a single, and he's on the other end now.
Absolutely sensible. Will be interesting to see what Shahzad Ali does. As we said that he's running a little behind as far as his strike rate is concerned. 26 of 39. Not the most ideal in short format.
Again, he needs to get Abdul Ghaffar on strike more often. Abdul Ghaffar is doing that hitting, and he is comfortable with the spinners. So I think Shahzad Ali doesn't need to come on strike. He needs to just keep rotating, picking up the singles and doubles. And just like that, again, in the air, into the hands.
Well, finally, a wicket is taken. Asif Mumtaz bowls that one, and it was pitched slightly back of the length. Wanted to go for that cut over the point fielder, but Harry Barwal takes a safe catch, and that will be the end of the entertaining Abdul Ghaffar.
Well, a very important wicket there for IGM. And Asif Mumtaz has done the trick again. 86 for 3.
So it's going to be Mohammad Haider who comes in for 7 districts. 86 for 3. Not a bad score, but in the context of the game, where you're playing against IGM, you'll probably now have to put your foot on the accelerator and speed up from here on.
From here onwards, Asim Mumtaz will be very particular about who he's putting in to bowl. He's got 12 more overs to go, so I think he is going to try bowling out 7 district. And the skipper plays it safe right into the hands of Shahnawaz. So far this over has been favouring IGM. Just got the 6 in the first ball.
Back-to-back dot balls, and that'll be the end of the over. 12 overs gone. It's 86 for 3. So it's going to be Gopa Kumar with the ball. They'll have to operate spinners from both the ends. They're running behind time. Banged it a little short. We'll get a single.
Well, they've got Mohammad Haider coming in. And Shahzad Ali, who's been there for a long time, 40 deliveries, 27 runs only. And so far, 7 districts, needs another hitter to come in, or Shahzad Ali to start hitting the accelerator and getting those big runs in on the board.
The left arm spinner will get the ball to turn away from the right-handers. It's a good ploy. Plus you've got a lot of spinning options. IGM. No connection whatsoever. Shahzad Ali hasn't really been able to connect. He's been wanting to go big, hasn't been able to connect, and that's why you can see the frustration in him. His shots, he's trying to hammer them really hard instead of looking for clean connections.
Well, this one connected and into the fielder's hands. Asif Mumtaz takes another skyer there. So Shahzad Ali finally departs for 28 of 42 deliveries.
Well, that's right. He'd spent a lot of time there and was feeling a little bit of frustration. And eventually gone. So it'll be new 2 batters in the center. Back-to-back wickets in back-to-back overs. It's 88 for 4 for 7 district. So 2 new batters in the center, with the scoreboard looking not too good. 88 for 4. Straight up in the air, not enough distance, will be just a single.
Well, I guess now for 7 districts, it is a better opportunity for them to try getting one of these batsmen set and the other one going in for the big shots. Because right now, both of them are fresh. They got Mohammad Haider, just a couple of deliveries to his name. 4 deliveries so far. Naveed Haider completely fresh for the districts.
Again,
this one.
slightly short. Will be a single. And that'll be the end of the over. 13 gone, 90 for 4. Harry Barwal has been brought into attack. He opened the bowling at the top with Lukman. Was taken for 9 runs, and after that was given a break. Has been brought back with 2 right-handers and 2 new batters in the centre.
This one swept away on the floor. So Naveed Haider is getting that connection with the ball, not as much as Shahzad Ali and Mohammad Haider. And Harry Barwal, after that first few overs mishaps in the power play, I think it's a better time for him to come in to bowl.
Wanted to play someplace else. The ball goes somewhere else. Will the fielder be able to stop it? No, is the answer. 4 runs.
A very lucky boundary there for Mohammad Haider. Just look at that. Just got that outside edge. Just raced to the boundary. Quicker outfield doing the trick for 7 districts. And they move on to the 90s. Just a hit away to get to the 100 mark. Triple scores for 7 districts will be easing that pressure off them.
Good piece of fielding there. Harry Barwal diving onto his left side, ensuring that didn't give any runs.
Well, as a bowler, he wants to restrict the runs, and he's giving it his best there.
This time up in the air. Yasir Kaleem says mine, but doesn't reach there. If there was anyone who could have taken that catch, it should have been Yasir Kaleem. He's the man with the gloves.
Definitely, he is very quick there, but this one had a very short air time there. Yasir Kaleem couldn't reach there on time, but an opportunity being created by Harry Barwal for IGM.
These opportunities have to be converted. This time, straight on one bounce, will be a single.
I think this is a very smart move by Mohammad Haider and Naveed Haider. Both of them are picking up those singles quite easily, and they're keeping the scoreboard going. We've seen 7 runs of this over so far. And this one again in the air. Harry Barwal drops that opportunity.
But a run out happens. They are not happy with each other, the batters. One is talking to the other saying it's your fault. The other one says it's your fault. But someone will have to pay the price for this error. It was the skipper who had hit the ball up in the air. Harry Barwal couldn't really connect it, but great thinking by Sandeep Singh. And the skipper's gone. Not a fan of someone who throws the bat like this, though.
Well, was the bat and the helmet again. There's always a disappointing run out which takes place, and this one, unfortunately for him, has happened. Mohammad Haider has to walk back. The 5th wicket down for 7 districts, 97 for 5. So Mohammad Farooq coming in and Gopa Kumar from the other end. And there is a shout there, but again, missing leg. So far there is a pressure there on 7 District. Wickets are falling off regularly. They haven't reached the mighty 100 yet. And Asif Mumtaz, he's got the plan working. And this one pulled away well, and will make it to the boundary. 4 runs there for 7 Districts.
Well, yes, runs are coming, wickets are falling, entertainment galore, and with that boundary, they cross the 100 mark. 101 for 5. It's going to be interesting to see how far do they reach. It was a poor ball, I can definitely tell you that. It was way short.
Not a good start from Gopa Kumar Krishnan. Gopa Krishnan. And Naveed Haider needs to get a few more there. And like that, moving down the track, and there is an opportunity gone down. So the 100 comes up for 7 Districts. And it is a well-deserved 100 by them so far. They're going at a rate where they could get to 130, 140. A little more will be better. Naveed Haider picks it up in the air again, but will land safely.
Well, they're literally going aerial for every ball. Not necessary. But one will have to wait and watch to understand on where is this approach taking the 7 District players. A single there.
So for this over, they've been going very stably, around 6 to 7 runs an over. But they need to pick it up a little more, make it a lot more resourceful. They've got 5 overs after this. And Gopa Kumar has got 1 more delivery to go to get to that 15.
Single there and end of the over. 15 gone, it's 104 for 5.
Hari Barwal will come in for his 3rd over. Joining me to call the last 5 overs for 7 District will be Abdur Rahman. Good evening and welcome, Abdur Rahman.
Thank you, Sharjeel. 5 wickets down, 100 runs on the board. 5 more overs to go. Can we expect some fireworks?
Well, with that, I don't think there will be fireworks. They need to connect that. And Naveed Haider is finding it really tough. He's connecting a few deliveries if it comes onto his bat, but he's not playing. He's always playing against the swing.
Well, charges down the track. He's played it towards that square leg boundary. They're looking for 2. It was a suicidal run. And I can tell you that Naveed Haider's running between the wickets has cost them not 1 but 2 wickets now.
Well, this one, it was only a single there. They could have taken that quite comfortably, but coming in for the second, Yasir Kaleem, quick hands behind the wickets, and he has to take the long walk back.
Well, he has already run out his captain, and now he will have to walk back. I think he'll probably choose a different direction to the dugout. 104 for the loss of 6 wickets now at the end of 15.2. New batsman hits it straight down the ground. What a way to get off the mark.
Well, Mohammad Sagir was sent. Mohammad Farooq has been there. Well, it's 111 for 6 and Mohammad Sagir, first ball he comes in and he hits it for a 6. And this is where IGM will want to get this wicket because we know how deadly he is with the bat.
Better delivery. Very well played by the youngster. Gets a single, gets off strike. Intelligent cricket this from Mohammad Sagir. And the experienced Mohammad Farooq moment coming on strike now. IGM is a bit under the pressure because they are behind the over rate. And with the new rules, they might have to bring a fielder in for every over that they are late.
Well, Hari Barwal again, this one tucked away. They will take it to quite easily. And overthrow. No, stopped there by Shahnawaz Khan. Hari Barwal so far very unsuccessful, no wickets to his name.
Very rare sight that, Shajil. Hari Barwal is usually amongst the wickets. Mohammad Farooq, very, very quick between the sticks. Was always calling to the moment that ball had hit his bat. And he was home safely.
Well, Hari Barwal has got to pull up a magic trick there. And this one again down the track, all down the carpet. Hari Barwal will chase that. So a single coming in, 115 for 6 after 16. Zahid will be coming in to trouble 7 districts right now. Mohammad Farooq and Mohammad Sagir are going in for the big hits, and this time they have to be restricted. And like that, over the fielder's head. Sandeep Singh Sandhi putting in his effort. They will pick up a double. Mohammad Sagir wanted to come back, take one more run.
Well, Mohammad Farooq started his trade as an opener. Clearly likes pace on the ball. So he'll enjoy this from Mohammad Zahid. The older ball maybe not swinging as much.
But this one again picked up. Oh, the fielder will go for the boundary. No, there's good chase there from Hari.
Amazing, absolutely amazing running between the wickets. It's hot, it's humid, it's energy sapping out there, but that does not bother Mohammad Farooq and Mohammad Saghir. Brilliant running between the wickets, converted 2 into 3.
But if they keep going at this pace, converting those singles into doubles and doubles into triples, I think that will do the trick for 7 districts. And both these batsmen are very quick between the wickets. So Mohammad Zahid needs to restrict them somehow.
Again, short delivery. This is some poor bowling. It was short, it was wide. Mohammad Saghir was ready. And he's guided it towards third man for a boundary. Expensive over already this.
Boundaries and runs, troubling the IGM. And Zahid, not a happy bowler there. 9 runs off his first 3 deliveries, and it's not something we see. We see this very rarely, Zahid being hit. And once again, he tried there, getting some block work on it, and Asif Mumtaz tried restricting those runs. This is the only ball which they haven't run for a double or a triple.
Well, it was a slower delivery this time. Completely took the pace off that ball. Asif Mumtaz was in the circle. Well, he seems to have injured himself, Asif Mumtaz, the captain, walking out. The 12th man coming in. He's not going to be bowling.
Well, Zahid, 2 more deliveries to go. And this one, a very good delivery there. Missing everything. Mohammad Farooq needs to be careful because Zahid can. That Yorker of Zahid hasn't come out yet.
Well, I'm sure that's what Asif Mumtaz, the captain, would be disappointed about. 29 runs conceded by Mohammad Zahid in 2.5 overs. 10 runs of this over so far. Can he get that Yorker in? Can he get a wicket?
And a shorter one there. 125 for 6 after 17.
Well, the spinner continuing from the pavilion end. You can understand why they're using a spinner from this end. That mid-wicket square leg boundary is massive. But they will chance their arm. The 7 districts batsman. Again tries to go downtown. Misses it. The fielder misses it as well. Hazrat Luqman in the circle. And Mohammad Zahid cleans up nicely, but they still get 2.
Yasir Kaleem disappointed with that throw. And this one, Zahid, he was there in a flash, and Hazrat Luqman, poor efforts there by him.
Well, they have the big fast bowler at cover. Not sure they have the right people in the right place, IGM. That should have been a single, maybe even a dot ball. But instead, they get 2 and Mohammad Saghir comes back on strike.
This one missing everything there. Mohammad Saghir trying to slog it away. But there is a lot of pressure coming in from the field. All they want to do is get those singles and doubles. And look at that. Just played it around the carpet. they will collect a couple. No, says Mohammad Farooq.
Well, a good call. I think Mohammad Sagir lost his footing while he was turning for two. So just a single. Good over so far by Gopakumar. 3 runs off it. Keeping a lid on the run scoring. Quicker delivery. It's in the air. Has he taken it? Yes, he has. The 12th man has taken a very, very good catch to dismiss the dangerous Mohammad Farooq.
Well, that shot was unnecessary there by Farooq. I think he forgot to spot the fielder there and made it right into his clutches. So finally a wicket coming in for Gopakumar. He picks up the second for the night. He's gone for 9 of 7. 7 districts, 128 for 6. Well, that's the wicket IGM were looking for. Gopakumar has picked that important wicket up, broken that partnership. Still, Mohammad Sagir is on strike. 2 more deliveries to go. Can he pick up another? And this one missing. Mohammad Zamir, the new man in. I think IGM will want to put that pressure and get the runs restricted. I think they will want to restrict the 7 districts to around 130, 140. I think makes it a lot easier for them.
Well, he's gone for the big hit. It's gone over the mid-off, long off fielder, beg your pardon. Sandeep Singh Sandy is just a viewer. And Sharjeel was asking for the runs to be stopped. Mohammad Zamir has other ideas. 134 for 7 now at the end of 18. That's the bowling card. Azhar Luqman, the best of the lot, 3.67 economy rate. Then after that, all of the bowlers going for 9s and 10s. Taimur Bhatti comes into bowl his last over. He's only gone for 14 in his 3.
And Mohammad Sagir hits it in the air, long way there. Will get a maximum.
Well, clearly Mohammad Sagir is 3 numbers too low for the way he bats. Would have been ideal at number 4 or 5, Sharjeel. What a hit that, straight down the ground. That's a top order batsman shot.
Exactly, and he's coming in at this time. I think he's doing the trick for 7 district. Look at that, 27 of 14.
Well, we have some international viewers. Players from Afghanistan watching the game. That shot would have excited a lot of players.
And in this, Taimur Bhatti, he's got that out. Mohammad Sagir swinging for the fences. But again, the connection is what he needs. Yasir Kaleem calling everything from behind the stumps.
Well, first ball going for 6. Can they make this a big over? The 7 districts, can they get 10, 11 off it?
A very good dot there. Slightly shorter. Has done the trick for Taimur Bhatti. So after that first ball 6, I think this is a very good comeback by him.
Well, one thing is for sure, he's not going to bowl anything in the slot anymore. They're going to be short deliveries to the batsman. Walks across. Again, short delivery. Just whizzes past his shoulder. Quick delivery. So after that, first ball 6, 3 dot balls. A good comeback here by Taimur Bhatti.
Well, 3 dots. Very vital 3 dots for IGM. Just one more and it will be an easy trick for them. So 140 is already there on the board. They can get up to 150 region. Be a lot safer for them. And again, one more slower there. Mohammad Sagir misses another one.
Very, very intelligent this from Taimur Bhatti. He did go for the short delivery, but this time took all the pace off the ball. First ball 6, then 4 dot balls. Mohammad Sagir will be very disappointed. Could have made this a big over, especially when you start with a maximum.
Well, after the first ball 6, every bowler gets distracted. This one again, shorter one, called a no ball.
Well, one short ball too many. Think you're allowed 2 in the over, if I'm not mistaken. No, you get only 1. Neil Ojha from behind me just says, no, you get 1 for the over. He's bowled at least 3 that I can remember. And a free hit coming up now.
Well, I think the last ball should have been blocked in the block hole. But one more, and this one made it safely. So, end 19 overs down, 7-6, 141 for 7. So Zahid has been saving his last over and he will come in to close this for IGM. And Zamir plays it straight and gets that boundary.
Well, it's not been Mohammad Zahid's day. You have to question the captaincy here. They could have gone with Gopa Kumar, but they've gone with the fast bowler. And again, first ball goes for a boundary.
Well, I guess Asif Mumtaz could have bowled it over here. I think that over was something which could have slowed the pace of the match. And yet, Zahid Mohammed, after the first ball boundary, well bowler, very, very wide shot there.
Well, one call for the over. Short delivery. Not given as wide. Shami may be the leg umpire having a conversation with Zamir. But as a batsman, now you know he's not going to be bowling anything at least short enough to pass the shoulder. You have to be ready for that full Yorker delivery.
Well, this one a lot straighter. And Zahid tries. And misfields that Sandeep will pick it up. They will get another single.
While Mohammad Zahid threw that ball, he had no idea where it was going. The batsman is very lucky not to get tonked to the back of his head. Misses him, misses the stumps.
Well, Zahid needs to aim a lot better. Luckily, Sandeep Singh was there.
Well, Mohammad Zamir is very, very lucky. I think Zahid's plan was if you can't get him out, just get him out of the game completely.
Imagine 140s, his bowling speed. His throw speed will be much higher. And this one shorter from Mohammad Zahid.
Well, this time he hits the batsman. He's just telling him, I didn't aim for your shoulder. It's good to see. Good sportsman spirit between the two.
So 2 more deliveries to go. They can reach the 150 region. I've got a lot of international spectators watching this game as well.
Well, the Afghanistan team gearing up for the Asia Cup. It's going to start next week.
Well, the unlucky dot ball. 1 more delivery to go. I think they will go in for the runs and get to the 150.
Well, mentally, that would be a good barrier to cross, 150. From the start that they had, at one stage they were looking at 120, 130 maximum. Mohammad Saghir has come in and upped the run rate, so has Mohammad Zamir. Last ball. Again, shorter delivery, very, very quick. Beats the batsman completely, and a poor bit of fielding there. That was an unnecessary throw. They get a bye, and they get to 149, which means IGM will need 150 runs to win this game.
Well, that was just a stolen single. Was never meant to be a single, and they've done that. So 149 runs on the board. Mohammad Saghir has played a very, very good game. 21 runs to his name. And the batting card for...
Well, we're going to be switching quickly to the highlights of the 7 districts batsmen.
Okay, copy. Abdul Rahman, copy.
They started off quietly. The 7 districts batsmen. Mohammad Saghir Afridi was the first wicket to fall. Then some quick deliveries from Mohammad Zahid getting amongst the wickets. Abdul Ghaffar played a brilliant knock. Took a liking to the spinners especially. Hitting very clean and hitting straight as an arrow. Then once his wicket fell, Asim Mumtaz getting the big breakthrough. They just couldn't get the runs going. Shaizu was, Mohammad Shahzad Ali, beg your pardon, was in there for a very long time. A lot of runs coming in from extras, a lot of runs coming in from outside edges. That was an unfortunate run out for the captain, who was very upset. 149 is the total that they were able to muster. Mohammad Saghir came in first ball maximum and then scored some nice looking boundaries against the fast bowlers.
Well, this wicket was very unfortunate. The substitute picking up that catch, and then it was Mohammad Saghir taking the team all the way. Those big hits coming in from his bat, boundaries and sixes coming in, and singles and doubles to end the over. Well, that's the scorecard for 7 districts. Shahzad Ali, 28 of 43. Mohammad Saghir played a good knock, 27 of 22. Farman Ali couldn't do much with the bat. 1 run to his name. Abdul Ghaffar, 33 of 23. That troubled the IGM bowling lineup. Mohammad Haider, unfortunately, ran out on 7. Naveed Haider didn't want to... we don't want to talk about that wicket because Mohammad Haider was not too happy about it. Mohammad Farooq 9 runs to his name. Zamir, 12 runs of 6 deliveries. 22 extras bowled out by Interglobe Marine. They couldn't keep that restricted. 149 for 7 is what they end the 20 overs with.
Well, 22 extras were bowled. Out of that 149, Luqman Hazrat, the pick of the bowlers, 1 wicket, 11 runs for him. Mohammad Zaid went for a few, 35 in his 4 overs. And Taimur Bhatti bowled a couple of no balls, but kept that scoring tight, 21 in his 4. Gopa Kumar picking up 2 wickets. Asim Mumtaz picking up 1 wicket as well. So there you have it. That's the end of the first innings. 149 for 7 districts at the end of 20 overs. And when we come back after the break, Interglobe Marine will need 150 runs to win this first encounter in the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup powered by Fancourt. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup powered by FanCode. This is game number 2 between 7 districts and IGM into Globe Marine. The first half, an exciting first half, came to an end. 149 runs scored by seven districts. IGM had won the toss, elected to field first. And now they will be chasing down 150 runs to put the first 2 points on the board. Strong batting lineup for the IGM team. Sandeep Singh Sandhi, Hamid Khan, Yasir Kaleem, Shahnawaz Khan, just to name a few. So 7 districts team, a new team here in the UAE domestic circuit, will have their work cut out.
ऐसे ही लग रहा है, मुझे लगता है क्वालिफाई करेगी।
A 7 districts team getting into the field. They were just in a huddle. And the 2 openers, Sandeep Singh Sandhi and Hamid Khan. And opening the innings with me in the comm box, Super Neil Oja. Neil, welcome.
Thank you so much. And this is not a very big target for the batting prowess of IGM. 150 is something that they score for breakfast, lunch and dinner. So make that 450.
Well, just when we started the game, Shajil was saying 160, 170 might be a safe target. And I actually told him that I think you've missed the 2 in the beginning. 250, 260 probably is a safer target against this batting lineup. But this is a new team, some young, unknown players. Maybe that would be the surprise that they need.
That's right. Plus, we've seen IGM play those big knocks, chase them down on different grounds. Here in the UAE, this is a different wicket altogether. It's not as simple, as placid as some of the other wickets. You will have to apply yourself if you have to score. You can't just come, ball one out, number 1, hit a bang 6 and start scoring like that.
Well, absolutely 100% there, Neil. This ICC Academy oval number 2, fresh wicket as you said at the toss as well. It's got to be zip, pace and bounce. We've seen that from the likes of Taimur Bhatti and Mohammad Zaid. And when you've got a 6'2" Abdul Ghaffar coming into you, I'm sure that ball's going to be talking a lot.
Well, yes, it's going to be an interesting equation between these 2 sides. 7 districts, 149. At one point in time, they looked good to be in the range of 170, 175. But then some quick wickets and the wickets started putting pressure on the batters that were coming in, and that meant that 175 was out of reach.
There we go. First delivery, and he's bowled him. He has got the wicket. Can you believe the pace, the bounce Neil Oja was talking about? The ball hits the head, the helmet rolls onto the stumps, and Sandeep Singh Sandhi has to walk back. What a start.
This is unseen. This is unheard of. Helmet pops off, crashes into the wicket. You just need to ensure if he is fine. The ball hitting the grill, not a good story. The helmet, the strap of the helmet has broken, leading to the fact that the helmet popped off his head. And he doesn't look happy.
Well, we've seen that with Kevin Peterson in a test match. The helmet hitting the stumps. What a start this for Seven Districts. What a wicket to get. First delivery. All of a sudden that 150 is going to look like a 175, 180 now.
That's right. Back of the length. Look at the amount of bounce that this ball got. Obviously unexpected. This is what we're talking about. The fast bowlers put in that little extra effort. You will get that ripping bounce. That'll create some problems, some challenges for the batters. 1 wicket down without opening the account.
Well, after keeping behind the stumps for 20 overs, I'm sure Yasir Kaleem would have hoped they would have gotten a breather. That's not the case. He's in to face the steaming Abdul Ghaffar after first delivery. What a way to start this run chase. What a way to make the statement. Seven Districts. Again short and wide. Well, he's getting a bit carried away now, Abdul Ghaffar. You don't want to be bowling short and wide to Yasir Kaleem. And IGM's run chase is off the mark.
One run, one delivery, 1 wicket. It's a fantastic start there for Seven Districts. What is really amazing is that they've got rid of the big power hitter, Sandeep Singh. He on his own can change the direction of any game. Banged it short, you get a single.
Well, again, this is bread and butter for Yasir Kaleem. Very strong square of the wicket, especially on the offside. So gets a single. And what a platform this, the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup, powered by Fan Code. We don't have a lot of left arm fast bowlers here in the UAE. This is a great sight to see Abdul Ghaffar steaming in. Played a handy knock with the bat as well. So good all-rounder.
Well, yes, that's what you need. You need players who can bowl, who can bat, who can field. Utility players in the shorter format. Gone are the days of those specialists who would be only batters or only bowlers who couldn't bat. And probably a couple of players who get selected on their fielding ability. But nowadays, expectations are from everyone. A batter could be in the side if he can bowl a couple of overs in the time of need. And bowlers are expected to bat.
Well, we've seen Basil Hamid transform his game from a full-fledged opening batsman to a middle-order batsman who bowls 4 crucial overs. An important all-rounder for the UAE. Hamid Khan, well, he plays in one style. He's going to move his front foot out of the way and go downtown. Can he do that against the pace and bounce of Abdul Ghaffar?
A swing and a miss. Going for the big one. But this is what it is. You need to know as a bowler where you need to pitch to be able to extract that bounce. Two for 1 and 4 deliveries. Not the start that IGM expected.
Well, clearly not the bowler they were expecting as well. And Abdul Ghaffar. Oh, what a hit. What a shot this. That's what we were talking about. Hamid Khan clears his front foot, goes towards mid-wicket and gets a boundary. That's a big side of the outfield, but he's connected that really well. No chance for the square leg fielder.
Well, yes, as long as runs are coming, they wouldn't mind how they come, as long as they come. Yasir Kaleem on the non-striker's end. Hamidullah, he was just swinging the ball bat widely. Finally gets a connection and connects really well. One last delivery to come in this over.
Well, again, it's on the pads. Again, Hamid Khan uses his hand-eye coordination nicely and gets a boundary.
This one was a slower one, not his usual pace. Picked the ball really well and smacked it for runs. End of the first over, 10 for 1. Ajmal Khan has been given the responsibility of the new ball. Full length delivery and into the hands of the point fielder, taken. Yasir Kaleem gone. This is not good news for IGM.
Well, first ball wickets are the order of the day. Abdul Ghaffar who got the breakthrough first delivery, and now Ajmal Khan. Big wicket, Yasir Kaleem guiding it into the hands of the fielder. Muhammad Saghir, the fielder at point. That's a big breakthrough.
This one was a planned wicket. Yasir Kaleem gone, 1 of 2. 10 for 2 for IGM.
Well, 2 new IGM recruits, both on the wicket at the moment. Mayank Chaudhary walking in at number 4. What a breakthrough this for Ajmal Khan. What a start this for the 7 districts team. Sandeep Singh Sandhi and Yasir Kaleem, 2 of the senior statesmen here in this IGM batting lineup. A lot on their big broad shoulders. They're both back in the dugout.
Well, that's right. Reconstruction of the innings is now what is required of both these guys, Hamid and Mayank. What they missed out on was an opportunity to stick around on this wicket, both these openers. In fact, both the wickets that fell. And what is amazing is that both the wickets that were lost on the first ball of the over.
Well, clearly the 7 districts team not phased by the big names of IGM. Ajmal Khan. He's got the outside edge. 3 fielders. But it falls safely. And they take 2. Hamid Khan, well, he's not going to stop. He's going to live dangerously.
Well, yes. Hamid is the kind of player who doesn't really bother himself with the pressure. He plays his natural game. And that's a good attribute in one of your openers. If he doesn't get swayed with what's happening around him, wickets fall or don't fall, he will play to his ability. Beautiful delivery. He's still looking at where did it pitch and how did it go.
Well, clearly, as you said, Neil, alien conditions for the batsman as well. Look at that swing in the air, off the wicket as well. Very lucky, Hamid Khan. Just pulled out of his shot.
I remember playing on this wicket, and at that time, former England international at that point in time, Matthew Hogarth was here. Someone who's known for his swinging deliveries. I'll come and talk about that. A swing and a miss. It was impossible to play his swing. On this wicket, you've got to be very, very cautious. Can't be playing like your regular flat bat wickets. Pay attention on the way. Check the wrist. Go back to your basics.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Neil, and I know you coach here quite a bit, even the nets have 4 or 5 different variety of wickets where you can practice.
This one has been hit and hit clean. Didn't give time to the ball to swing, and a boundary is what he gets.
Well, again, as Neil was saying, it doesn't matter to Hamid Khan what happened previous delivery. He was waiting for that. Very similar to that delivery he missed, but this time he was ready for it. Goes over cover and gets a boundary.
So 4 runs to end the over. 2 overs gone, 17 for 2. Abdul Ghaffar to continue. Wrapped on the pads, and he knows that definitely will not be given. 17 for 2. IGM in a spot of bother there.
Well, Mayank Chaudhary will need to take his time. Not as free-flowing as Hamid Khan. Very technically correct as a batsman, Mayank. So it's a different challenge for him. Hamid Khan, as you're saying, he doesn't realize what's going on usually. Reminds me of certain Virender Sehwag. Just depends a lot on hand-eye coordination.
You're spot on when you say Virender Sehwag. Oh, good piece of attempt. And a boundary nonetheless. I love the way the fielders are putting that extra effort in the outfield. Virender Sehwag would always say that he plays his natural game. He would always say, "मैं अपनी natural game खेलता हूँ." And his natural game was not technical. No foot movement whatsoever, but hand-eye coordination spot on. Triple centuries in Test cricket, double centuries in ODI. and a century in T20. Slashed and slashed hard, 4 runs.
Well, back-to-back boundaries. Mayank Chaudhary now gets into the action. He's getting width and he's taking full charge here. Abdul Ghaffar, well, after that first delivery, has not found his line or length. Just bowling short and wide. And he's conceded a few runs. Just on that point about Virender Sehwag, I think he just completely changed the complexion of red ball cricket. That dynamic opening batsman. We all talk about Bazball. Well, Bazball happened when Sehwag was playing in the 90s and 20s.
Much better delivery there. This is a good test for the bowlers, for the batters, playing on these wickets. The bowler, he might be trying to swing a little too hard or spin a little too hard, might end up bowling those extras. How to control a swinging delivery on a wicket that is assisting swing, that's a challenge.
Well, it's a sporting wicket, as they say it. In it for everyone. You bowl on the right line just like that, you'll get reward. Anything loose and the batsman can play through the line and get a boundary. And this outfield is just absolutely magnificent. Once you cross that circle, you're getting maximum value for your runs.
2.5 overs, 25. This has been an expensive over. And the required run rate, 7.28. That should not be a spot of bother for IGM. All they need to have is a couple of players just sticking around in the centre and playing it off. Sensible, very, very sensible Mayank Chaudhary. A dot ball to end the over, 25 for 2 after 3. Stepping down, swing and a miss. Hamid Khan. He's a character, such a character. It's amazing to see what kind of players you bump into on a cricketing field. From those exuberant, flamboyant cricketers to absolutely introvertish, but right top of their game. And then you have the likes of Hamid Khan too. Straight and take that maximum.
Well, clearly that sledge from Ajmal Khan has not worked. Hamid Khan has deposited him straight down the ground for a maximum.
And that was a poor ball. A juicy half volley to a batsman who can strike it clean. Well, you'll have to pay the price, Ajmal Khan. But I like such competitive cricket where the bowler has something to say. But when you have to say something, in that case you have got to back it up with a fantastic delivery. You can't just throw in those words and not throw a good ball. This is much, much better.
Well, again, all the way down to the batsman, Ajmal Khan. Another good delivery. He's pulled his length back just a little bit. Missing the stumps, missing the outside edge. And Hamid Khan, well, important for him, he's still in there. 20 of just 11 deliveries, going at almost 200 runs, 200 strike rate, beg your pardon.
31 for 2. The required run rate still in that zone of 7.2-ish. And that is not a bother. That is not a concern for IGM. He pulls out. That is very smart. That is very smart. He knew that Ajmal was up to something, and the only way to distress a fast bowler is to walk off when he's just close to the stumps.
I'll tell you what, as a fast bowler, you don't like to run back and start all over again. It's tough enough bowling 6 deliveries.
Over the keeper, to the fence, 4 runs.
Well, he's having an adventure inside. Hamid Khan, he's enjoying himself. Nowhere near that delivery. Outside edge, there was a third man, but he had no chance. And this is an expensive over already.
Yeah, the front foot was nowhere close to the line of the ball. Had cleared the front foot as if he wanted to hit over mid-wicket. And the ball went in absolute opposite direction. It's entertainment galore, we can tell you that. Again, this time, even better, over the keeper's head, 4 runs.
Well, the last delivery went towards third man. This one was right behind the keeper. Safest place on the ground. No chance for anyone to stop that. And even with all that pace, Ajmal has already given 14 runs in this over. An expensive over so far, that required run rate coming down very quickly.
You're right. It's entertainment, and the required run rate has been affected positively for IGM, but pressure is back on the 7 districts. Hamid, Azizullah Khan. This time, he says not over the keeper's head, over the bowler's head for a maximum.
Well, that's the shot of the day for me. Over the side screen. That ball is gone. Get a new one, please. Again in the slot. Again, he clears his front foot. That's not out of any coaching manual, I can tell you that. Neil is shaking his head here as a coach. But nonetheless, a maximum 45 for 2 at the end of 4. Well, Abdul Ghaffar still continues. Continuing that conversation about batting and coaching. Neil right next to me. We're just having a conversation about coaching in the nets. There's no way you can coach that shot from Hamid Khan.
No, definitely not. But then again, as a coach, as much as you would want to straighten out a batter who's doing that, you would be delighted to have a player who can play those shots and win you matches in your side. As a coach, it's a diabolical situation that you fall in. You don't want to train someone to do that, but you don't mind having someone like that in your team.
Well, Neil, I honestly believe you can't coach anyone or train anyone to hit like that.
Oh.
Just clear that front foot and slap it back towards the bowler. Go over the side screen. I don't think you can coach that in any net. Unbelievable hitting this from Hamidullah Khan.
A lot has to be credited to his hand-eye coordination. That's absolutely supreme. Look at that. Again, this is not an orthodox cricketing shot, but if it's fetching you runs, who's stopping you? A couple of runs here.
Well, he also seems to be a lot more confident now. And a no ball, a front foot no ball to boot. The one batsman on this ground you don't want to give a free hit to is Hamidullah Khan.
Where do you bowl this one? It's a free hit. You know he can pick the ball from literally anyone and send it packing. Where do you bowl this? You can't bowl him full. You can't bowl him short. My biggest bet then would be if you can bowl a Yorker which is just inside the wide line marker. Because he's not the kind of player who can bring his foot close to the ball and drive it from there. He's looking at the onside, expecting a short delivery. Played uppishly and into the fence, 4 runs.
Well, clearly he's missed the plot here, Abdul Ghaffar. I would even question the need to bowl that third over. It's hot. As a fast bowler, I think you have to stick to 2 over spells. And that free hit has gone for 4 as well. Another expensive over. So even though they've taken a wicket first delivery of their spells, both Ajmal and Abdul Ghaffar have gone for a lot of runs in the power play.
You're right. Those wickets, definitely big wickets, but it's a very strong comeback, especially by Hamid. 40 of 16, that's his score. A swing and a miss there. This is what he should have technically bowled for the free hit delivery. Come around the wicket and dart the ball into the right-hander.
Well, if there is any weakness of Hamid, it's that cover area, especially when the ball is slightly short of length. Anything full is going out of the park. And they've missed the plot. Here, the 7 districts bowlers, 17 runs, 17 deliveries, beg your pardon, and 40 runs on the board already for Hamid.
He's done exceptionally well for himself and for his side. A good addition to the IGM unit. And when you have such strong recruits in your team, you definitely know that it's for good, it's for the betterment of the side.
Well, some of the names missing of this IGM batting lineup are playing for UAE at the moment. Rizwan CP, the captain of UAE currently, Basil Hamid, Asif Khan, Lala. So 3 solid top order batsmen. And Hamid Khan is making a statement. He's here for the long run.
Just to update, talking about the UAE boys, it was a last over thriller and ended up on the losing side, UAE. But Hamid is unfazzled. A boundary coming in for him. 44. If he plays like this, I think the games could definitely bring in an ender a little too early.
Well, this is very poor captaincy from 7 districts. They're chasing the ball. They took out third man, put in a square leg at mid-wicket. And a traditional third man would have taken that catch easily. It was a mishit. You have to back your bowler, especially a fast bowler bowling in the power play. You give him a mid-wicket and square leg, you're basically telling your fast bowler that he's going to go across the line and hit you like a spinner. That's not the right approach here.
You're absolutely right. Probably expecting Abdul Ghaffar to bowl just short deliveries. Beautifully played. Creamed it. Absolute beauty. A boundary to end the 5th over. 48 for for Azizullah Khan. 61 for 2. Let's have a look at this. Waited and just opened the face of the bat. Delicately done for runs.
Well, again, he knew there was no third man. He knew there was a big gap. This is very good batting from Azizullah Khan. 61 for 2 now, IGM at the end of 5.
$61 for 2. 5 overs, going at 12.2. IGM chasing 150. And joining me in the commentary box is now Sharjeel Ahmed. Sharjeel, welcome.
Well, this is a big welcome for 7 District here. IGM, and especially Hamidullah Khan, he's completely going berserk over here. 5 overs only coming in and 61 runs already there. They have a target of 150, but they're playing as if they have around 200 on the board.
Mayank has played 9 deliveries. Scored, make that 10. 10 of 10 for him. He's played the part of the mute partner who's just there to support Hamid Khan.
But it's all about being the support. And Mayank has done exactly that. Look at that. Stuck it away for a single. He's brought in Hamidullah again on strike. He's just 1 hit away from that 50. And what a match he's played. So far his innings been very eventful. 20 runs to get to that 48.
Just 1 hit away. Hamid Khan from his half century will get a single and get off strike.
But I don't think he's in a rush to get to that, because whatever game plan he had, they are going in at 11.1 runs and over. Requirement of 6, so almost double of that. So I think they're playing it very safe. Don't think he needs to take any unnecessary chances over here. Get those singles and doubles. He's already done what he could. Now the power play will end over here.
No, you're right. There's no need to do anything silly. The game is very much in the control of IGM, and they know it as well. Dot ball there. Mayank Chaudhary.
I think this looks like a very resting over for Hamidullah. He's not coming on strike. He's just played 1 delivery and got a single only.
Also a lot to do with a spinner bowling in. They've seen how the ball turns on this wicket. End of the over. 6 overs gone. 63 for 2. Mohammad Farooq has been brought into attack. It's a quality bowler. Has been called upon for the UAE camp as well.
All spinners well produced in UAE. We've seen a lot of them. And just because of that, spinners are always there to slow the game down. And you need to have the right hitters for it. We've seen Sandeep Singh Sandhi and Yasir Kaleem, the early departure. They would have been ideal in this situation. But Hamid Khan has turned the game around for IGM. And it's all in their favour so far.
Punched it down, dot ball. The way he sprinted to reach for the ball, Hamidullah decided not to take that run.
But he's in no rush to get to that 50. He's just playing it slow, trying to settle in as much as he can because he wants to play a big knock today.
Straight to the fielder. Dot balls back to back. Mohammad Farooq has been able to extract that extra bounce of the wicket. Also, a lot has to be credited to the fact that he trains here at the ICC Academy with the UAE camp, so is very much aware of what this wicket can produce. But this time, towards the square leg region, will get his run, and that's a boundary. His 50 there. Hamidullah reaches his 50 with a 4. Beautifully done there.
Well, a well-deserved 50. He's been one of the pillars for IGM. Look at that. He's waited for the opportunity, found that delivery and got to the 50. The entire team celebrates with him. 53 of 25 deliveries. But he's still got a long way to go. The 150 score is going to be an easy chase for IGM if Hamidullah plays a knock today.
Soft hands and a quick single. Very, very sensible there.
Well, he's got one more delivery to go. And only 5 runs of this over so far. So the spinners are doing their work. They have slowed the pace of the match. And this one just played just this little flick there. Will pick up a single. And 7 overs down, IGM 69 for 2.
A quick look at Hamidullah Khan's 50. It's a brilliant knock. Got his boundaries all around the park. Clearing his front foot, going for the big one. That was delicate towards the third man, but this was the boundary that got him to his 50. Beautifully done. 69 on the board for IGM after 7 overs. Mohammad Zamir. A single there for Mayank.
So I think Mayank Chaudhary is playing a very good knock there. He's supporting and being the pillar for Hamid Khan's innings. And that is what IGM is very good at. We've got one hitter and the other pillar to back him up and give that support of those little runs coming in.
You're right, Mayank Chaudhary is a very technically correct batter. And right now he's understood his role. He doesn't need to go hammer and tongs because Hamid is doing it. All you need to do is just give him enough support. And just when we're talking about him being a big striker, Hamid says, listen, yes, I have the capability to do it and I'll keep doing it.
Well, that's the understanding coming in. Look at that shot from Hamid. Just picked it up and made sure it goes over the ropes, over the fielder's head. A very good 6 from him. So Mayank and Hamid have understood how they need to structure this innings. They need to scrub this innings and make sure that they reach to that So it's halfway to the 150 target which they require, and both of them have been playing really well. And the run rate, look at that, 10.5, almost on 10.5 for them.
You're right, the required run rate has dropped below 6. And if they keep going at this rate, the game should be done by the 15th over.
I think much before that. You never know how Hamidullah will be playing. Oh, very good delivery there by Mohammad Zamir. So this is what he needs to be careful about. The IGM team doesn't want Hamidullah to come back early. He can go for that 100 as well, because he's shaping up the innings for IGM. And 7 District is still under a lot of pressure because they don't know how to get this man out. So again, played down to the fielders, and there is an opportunity, and the run out of Hamid Khan.
Well, there was a question on how to get this man out. There is your reply. Played it towards backward square leg. And a good, smart throw.
Ajmal Khan copied.
It's nowhere close to the crease when the ball was collected by the wicket keeper. Definitely not happy with what happened, but he's okay. He's done his job. Got the team in a very comfortable position. 76 for 3 in 7.4. Gopakumar, the new man in. The spinners have been extremely successful considering the fact that they've been able to turn the ball a big deal.
Definitely this pitch has a lot for spinners and pacers and the batsmen as well. They just need to know the right moment to hit the accelerator. And this one again, a big shout coming in, but missing everything. So in 8 overs down, IGM 76 for 3.
Shot wide and a boundary. This is absolutely basic textbook cricket. You see a ball that is short and wide, go for it.
Well, Mohammad Farooq, not used to this type of delivery there. Main Chaudhary, sorry. And he's found that quite comfortably and hit that just as it deserved. 70 runs away from 71. They can do a runner ball and get there quite comfortably. And Mayank Chaudhary now needs to step up since Hamid Khan has departed.
Tossed up, played it absolutely straight, will get a single and will bring Gopakumar on strike.
So far here, it's all about them keeping their patience, not losing wickets. Importantly, they've lost 3 hard hitters, Yasir Kaleem, Sandeep Singh Sandhi and Hamidullah now. So Mayank Chaudhary and Gopakumar need to build an innings right now to take it home for IGM.
Mohammad Farooq definitely is capable of doing a lot more than what he's delivered so far. Maybe a wicket or two to his credit, and the team might just feel that they have this opportunity to be in the game, and that's what you're talking about. Capable of doing a lot more, and he does that. Cleans up Gopakumar, bowled him.
Well, just when you thought Mohammad Farooq is looking for a wicket, that's how he's picked it up. Look at that. Gopakumar missing it completely. That turned right into his wickets, and he has to take the long walk back. 81 for 4. Gopakumar departs for no runs to his name.
Beautiful wicket there for Mohammad Farooq, getting rid of Gopakumar. Shahnawaz Khan comes in.
Well, we know Shahnawaz Khan is a very reliable batsman as well for IGM. He can get those quick runs. Not a big hitter, but again, very resourceful. Just like that. Played it with light hands. And I think he just needs to get used to the wicket now. Mayank Chaudhary on the other end, playing stably, 1 run a ball, 18 runs off 17 deliveries. So Shahnawaz Khan needs to help Mayank build that innings. IGM still has a lot of batting to come through. And Shahnawaz tries to cut it away again. No luck in connecting it. So Mohammad Farooq bowling really well so far.
You're right, absolutely on the money. Wants a quick change in the field. Getting that short mid-wicket fielder to short fine leg. Tossed up, wanted to turn the ball in, but was a little too full. Get a couple of runs. And that should be the end of the over. 83 for 4 after 9. Zamir coming into bowl again. 9 overs have been completed.
And Mayank Chaudhary, he's playing it safe there. He knows he's in a very comfortable spot for his team. Just above 9 runs and over. And they need to keep going at this flow to make sure that it is easier for them. So IGM 4 wickets down, but again, still a lot of batting to come as well. And Mohammad Zamir not picked up a wicket, but he will be looking for a couple. Get a very good ball. Quick running between the wickets. There's a throw. But good backing up there. Seven Districts is giving a fight as well to the IGM. They've had early success in this innings. But so far, they're just trying to get... If they get the wicket of Mayank Chaudhary, I think the game can turn in their favour.
Well, they'll have to pick a more than just Mayank's wicket. They'll have to pick at least a couple of wickets, and they'll have to do it now. Because they can't afford to slip the game off from their hands. The required run rate is not the task. Just around 6. We'll get a single.
Well, they're running in very quick at lightning speed between the wickets. Both of them, Shahnawaz, we know he is very quick and agile there. But Mayank Chaudhary has been there for a long time, almost 19 deliveries. So he will need to catch his breath if he wants to build this innings for IGM.
Uppishly played and taken. What a catch! What a phenomenal catch to get rid of Shahnawaz. And this is the point where the game could turn on their head. Yes, they don't have too many runs to defend, but at the same time, it is important that they don't lose wickets. IGM, could they be the second big team that could go down?
Well, we've seen it yesterday, future matters going down. And today, IGM not looking in good shape. Shahnawaz Khan departs for 3 in 5 deliveries, 86 for 5.
New man in, the skipper Asif Mumtaz. Laying it back to the bowler.
Well, it's a rare sight seeing Asif Mumtaz coming out to bat for IGM. We've seen him with the ball, but with the bat, very rare occasion.
A paddle, and that'll fetch him a boundary. Well, you don't see him often, but when he comes, he scores and does well. 10 overs gone, 90 for 5. This man's got a boundary for himself. What a good looking shot there. All of his experience coming into play for this game. 90 for 5 in 10.
Well, the spin attack continues from 7 District. And a change in the com box. Abdul Rahman will be joining me.
Thank you, Sharjeel.
And good evening and welcome to you.
Thank you very much. It is a very pleasant evening, actually. Not as hot as it was yesterday. The game is gaining heat as it moves along. Another ball in the air. And he's taken another wicket. Well, Mayank Chaudhary, the settled batsman, has thrown it away. And IGM is now in a lot of trouble. 6 down already.
Well, we've never seen IGM come under this. And they've picked up a very important catch there. Mayank Chaudhary, the only set batsman for IGM, 20 runs to his name and 20 deliveries faced by him, and he has to walk back. IGM 90 for 6. Well, Hazal Uthman coming in for IGM, and Mohammad Farooq starts off with a wide, well race to the boundary.
Well, these are welcome runs. 5 runs, 5 valuable runs in the run chase. Hazrat Luqman, he was not expecting that. The wicket keeper, very difficult for him to collect that ball. It was always going away from him.
Well, we've always seen everyone wait for the right opportunity. IGM came very close to it and has lost the top 6 wickets. And this time it's going to be tough for them. Asif Mumtaz luckily is there, and a chance of a run out was missed. So they are trying to get those runs, the singles and doubles. They need them, a lot of them as well, and boundaries.
We don't have a lot of batting to come after this. Harry Barwal, we know, can tonk a few, and then after that, it's the fast bowlers, Mohammad Zaid and Taimur Bhatti. 54 runs needed. The required run rate is not an issue at all. It's just the wickets they've lost.
Asif Mumtaz trying to settle in. They're very dependent on a lot of their batting lineup. Harry Barwal yet to come. And Asif Mumtaz is it well, only a single to his name. So the bowler has troubled the entire lineup of IGM. There's 6 wickets down and not even to 100. So IGM really needs to work on their pairings which come in. I think sending in Yasir Kaleem and Sandeep Singh Sandhi and Hamid Khan, they should have toyed with that order a bit. Would have been a lot easier for them.
Oh, he's bowled him. He has bowled him. It was on the leg stump. Hazrat Luqman throwing the kitchen sink at it, missing it completely. A ricochet off his back leg onto the stumps. And the 7th wicket is down. IGM is in a lot of trouble in this run chase.
Well, 7 wickets down, 97 runs only. And Hazrat Luqman has no idea what came his way. So we will wait for the new batsman to come in. Harry Barwal. 97 for 7. And Mohammad Sagir coming in. And Hari Barwal with Asif. Mumtaz is on the crease. Both of them need to work something out because right now the match looks in favor of 7 districts. IGM still not able to reach the 100 mark.
Well, it's a runner ball required from here. Exactly. 53 off 53. Singles will do it nicely. You will get that odd boundary. But the challenge that they have, Sharjeel, is they don't have any recognized batsmen left.
This one again moving in. Very good delivery by Mohammad Sagir.
Well, we do have to talk about this platform that these players have received, and definitely a few players that are going to catch the eye of people watching. This lad right here, Mohammad Sagir, is definitely one of them. Scored some runs with the bat. Now is coming into bowl.
Mohammad Sagir has not picked up a wicket. He's just come in the first over. 3 deliveries bowled in. He's already troubled Asif Mumtaz. And only 2 wickets remaining, Taimur Bhatti and Sahid. So I think IGM will have to work with Asif Mumtaz and Hari Barwal. They want to take this game in their favour.
Well, again, targeting the stumps. This could be a run-out opportunity. Yes, it is. Brilliant fielding in his follow-through. Not easy as a fast bowler. He's collected the ball, released it in one movement, and there is a run-out.
Well, very good presence of mind there. And Hari Barwal has to walk back. Mohammad Sagir not picked up his wicket, but he's picked up a run out. And Hari Barwal walks back for a duck. 97 for 8 IGM.
Well, that wicket might not fall in the bowler's column, but that is definitely Mohammad Sagir's wicket. Brilliant work in his follow-through. Hari Barwal pointing to his captain that his bat got stuck just before the white line.
Well, 2 more wickets for 7 districts. And 53 runs for IGM is required. Asif Mumtaz still there. And a little shorter there. Quicker one. They will pick up a single. So Zahid Mohammad has the opportunity to face the final delivery of this over. And Mohammad Sagir. So it's a pacer against a pacer. Fast bowler against fast bowler.
Well, IGM will be highly disappointed. They're going at 8.3 runs and over. Their current run rate is brilliant. It's just the number of wickets that have fallen.
But if they would have restricted this fall of wickets, it would have been a lot easier for IGM to survive this game out. This one a very good delivery. Only a single to end the over. 12 overs down. IGM 98 for 8.
Well, Mohammad Farooq, pick of the bowlers. Last over of his spell. Can he finish the game in this over?
Well, he's picked up 3 wickets. And he's bowling really well. 3 wickets to his name, 19 runs only. He's got 5 more deliveries to go. Imagine if he wraps up the game this over. How would it affect IGM mentally?
Well, this is a very, very tough group, Sharjeel. They've got the likes of TVSL, Karwan strikers as well. There is no room for mistakes. Every game you lose just puts more pressure on you. The group of death. So IGM will have their work cut out.
Well, IGM is confident at times, but sometimes overconfidence does kill you. And just like that, there is a shot, but safe there. And Zaid Mohammed needs to play singles. I think that is easier for him rather than going for the sluggish hits.
Well, he's got his captain on the other end. I'm sure Asim Mumtaz will not be happy with that shot selection. Quicker delivery, beats him. 4 dot balls. Now even the required run rate is creeping up. 7 runs in over. The last 2 wickets in hand. It's not going to be easy chasing down 8-9 runs in over from here as well.
Well, a maiden over certainly looks doable here. And no, that's the commentator's curse. We'll go away, get a single.
Well, with that run, IGM finally gets to 100. 100 for the loss of 8 wickets in 12.5. Going at almost 8 runs and over. But again, they've thrown their wickets away. Hamid Khan raced to a 50 and then got run out. And since then, it's been a collapse of epic proportions.
Well, he's been the only batsman who's had a decent run to his name. And this one, anyways, end of the over. 100 for 8 IGM.
Mohammad Saghir continues from the far end. Good shot there by Zahid, but he gets a single.
So far, if they go a runner ball or a couple of doubles in the game, I think they still have a chance there. But they don't have too many wickets. That's the only thing. That's the only disadvantage IGM has at the moment. And Mohammad Saghir is wicketless. We've seen him pick up quick wickets. And this one picked up really well there by Asim Mumtaz for a maximum.
Well, that's an Asim Mumtaz special. We've seen him do that in the domestic circuit against fast bowlers. He prefers pace on the ball. It was a poor delivery. Half volley on the leg stump. He's not going to miss out. And that's a crucial 6. Brings the required run rate down as well.
Well, it's not too far away for IGM. Still, they've got around 42 runs to go. And that's the wicket. The 7 districts we're looking for. Mohammad Saghir, like we said, he always looks for a wicket.
Well, this is a trick that IGM missed when they were bowling. that Yorker on the base of the stumps. We didn't see a lot of those. Mohammad Saghir has executed one perfectly. Asif Mumtaz, the captain, after getting a maximum, has to walk back. And I have to say this, Sharjeel, the writing is on the wall now. IGM is in a lot of trouble. 107 for 9. For the last wicket, Taimur Bhatti. Joining me in the comms to the end of the innings will be Neil Oja.
I actually want to check if they really are getting their helmets tucked in properly, because there's another incident of the helmet dropping off, but this one didn't really get the bails undone.
Well, Neil, when you and I started these innings, we saw the helmet hit the stumps, and as soon as he walked into the comm box, almost exactly the same thing happened. I think they need to change their helmet supplier.
Well, definitely yes, they need to. They need to ensure that the helmet is clipped on properly. I've known many players who don't put on the strap, or they keep the strap loose because it's not very comfortable to keep the strap tightened properly. So for the comfort and the ease of it, they keep it loose, but playing on this surface, you've got to have it firm, nice and straight.
Well, it can either be comfort, or you can just sit back in the dugout after losing your wicket like that. We would have had 2 cases of the helmet crashing into the stumps. In the meantime, Mohammad Saghir, after getting hit for that 6, has come back nicely. A wicket, a dot ball, and just a single.
Towards the square leg, we'll get a single there. End of the over with that single. 14 gone. It's 109 for 9. Fifteenth over to be entrusted to a left armour. The ball darted in. Zahid. It's amazing to see how fast bowlers bat. They put in all their training hours in bowling, and then whatever little time they get, they, for the fun of it, go into the nets and play these kind of shots.
Well, I know from first-hand experience, the problem is when the bowlers want to bat, there are no bowlers left. Because the batsmen can't bowl and the bowlers are too tired. And then you see something like this, just remove your leg and go across the line and hope to God the ball hits the bat.
Well, yeah, that's a very, very interesting point that you make. Because if the batters are bowling to you, they're definitely not bowling the best of the deliveries. They'll bowl whatever little they know of bowling.
They're a selfish breed, batsmen. They bat and they bat and they bat, and when it's time to give somebody else a chance, I've seen a few of them grab their leg or their knee or their arm and say, I'm too tired, I'm going to sit out.
But you know what? It's an interesting point that you make, that batsmen are a selfish breed. They want to bat, and you need to have these selfish traits in a batter that makes them a better batter.
I agreed 100%. Time in the middle is what they want, whether it's in the nets, whether it's on the ground. And that's one of the traits that is missing, in my opinion, in some of the local cricketers. Close LBW shout that. The umpire says not out. Maybe the arm ball just drifting down the leg side.
Oh, that was close. But I think with the trajectory, as the ball was going down, it would have further gone down the leg
There
side.
you can see Coach Neil Ojha pointing where the ball was going, down the leg side.
Well, we can just see it from what the monitors tell us. The umpires down there have a tougher task. Pretty much similar delivery. And with that, it's the end of the 15th, 110 for 9. Yorker and delivery. Well dug out. He'll get a single. It's a toil from here for both these guys. The last pair, Taimur Bhatti and Zahid Mohammad, known for their bowling skills more than their ability with the bat, required 39 of 29. Now on any other day with a proper batting pair in the center, you would say this is doable. Irrespective of what team, you would say this is doable. But with this last pair in the center, well, the favors are, the odds are in the favor of the bowling side.
Well, absolutely. At one stage, they were requiring less than a run a ball. True. So the addition of wickets and dot balls just making it tougher and tougher for the batsmen. And as you said, Neil, if they would have had somebody like a Mayank Chaudhary in the middle, they would have still thought they were in with a chance. But you can't expect number 10 and number 11 to get you 8 runs and over for the next 5 overs.
All they know is to play the ball towards mid-wicket region. Try and bowl that delivery outside the off stump. Maybe the 5th stump line. Make them to drag the ball from outside the off stump towards mid-wicket, and you're creating a case for yourself to get a wicket. They're not your typical cover drivers. And that's what it is. Mid-wicket takes the catch, and that's the end of it. Mohammad Sagir picks up the wicket. Taimur Bhatti couldn't resist that pickup shot for the ball that was coming in. And that is another upset that's been created in 2 days.
Well, you can see the celebration. You can see what this means to the 7 district team. They're a young team, a new team. And as Neil said, they've caused a massive, massive upset here. IGM, probably the favorites of this tournament, have been knocked in the first game. And this is a big blow.
Wahab Hassan standing at the mid-wicket region. A very comfortable catch. And that is the end of IGM. At one point in time, while Hamid Khan was batting, it looked like that they would achieve this target in less than 15 overs. But the game turned absolutely on its head as soon as they lost his wicket.
Well, we'll catch a quick glimpse of the highlights of this run chase from IGM. It did take 15 overs, but they lost all their 10 wickets. And they started off with a brute of a delivery to get rid of Sandeep Singh Sandhi. Hamid Khan did not care at all. He went all guns blazing. Yasir Kaleem falling quickly as well. And then it was the Hamid Khan show.
Well, yes, Hamid Khan, hand-eye coordination to perfection, hitting it literally in all parts of the ground. Good deliveries dispatched, bad deliveries dispatched. What we experienced over here was a holocaust of runs coming in from the willow of this man, Hamid Khan. But then, once he departed, the game completely changed, and it changed in the favor of 7 District. This is the way he got out. There was no other way that he could have gone out, probably.
Well, that's the only way, the run out. And then after that, it was just a procession of wickets. Good catching as well. Some crucial catches taken in the circle, in the outfield. Mohammad Farooq, the pick of the bowlers, the leg spinner. Again, another run out. And these were the moments that took the game away from IGM.
Well, yes, Mohammad Farooq definitely turned the game in favor of 7 District. The way he bowled today, he's an amazing bowler, and a very, very bright future is in store for him. Let's have a quick look at what the Interglobe Marine batters did when they had to chase not a lot too many. 150 the target. Sandeep Singh comes in and is bowled out on the very first delivery. Hamidullah stuck around 60 of 29. Yasir Kaleem 1. Mayank Chaudhary gave some company to Hamidullah, but then when he was on his own, didn't really perform. 20 of 21. And then look at this. Gopakumar not. Shah Nawaz 3. 12 for Asif Mumtaz, but the rest, Lukman Hazrat not for a Harry Barwal, Zahid Mohammad 7 and 2 for Taimur Bhatti. 113 is all that this massive Interglobe Marine side could do, and what a fantastic win there for the 7 District boys.
Well, absolutely. A big margin of victory as well. Look at that bowling card. Abdul Ghaffar and Ajmal Khan picking up a wicket for their first delivery of the spell, but went for quite a few runs. Hamid Khan took a liking to them. And then that man walked in, Mohammad Farooq with the ball, 3 wickets for just 20 runs. Mohammad Zamir, steady as well, 1 wicket for 17. And Mohammad Saghir, the fast bowler, picking up 2 wickets right at the end to finish this run chase. 7 Districts causing a major, major upset in the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022, powered by Fan Code, winning the game against IGM, 40-odd runs.
Well, yes, this victory is something that they will remember for a long time to come. But at the same time, this victory will take them further ahead in this tournament. It was the 7 District that defeated IGM by 36 runs, winning this game, getting those crucial 2 points against a very big side. It's going to be a very, very interesting tournament. We've seen 2 big names tasting defeat in the first 2 days. Now what do we see tomorrow is the Dubai Daredevils take on Pindi Boys defenders CC. Pindi Boys beat the Future Mattress side yesterday, so they will be on a high. I'm sure the Dubai Daredevils would have watched their game and would have planned something against them tomorrow, 8 p.m. UAE time. That will be match number 3 of the ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022 at the ICC Academy Oval Grounds. We'll be moving downstairs with Sharjeel Ahmed for the post-match presentation ceremony. And we definitely would love to see who the player of the match would be for 7 Districts. More from us tomorrow evening. Stay tuned.
Mic test, mic test. Can you hear me? 1, 2, mic 2. Is the mic okay?
Check 1 2 3 check.
Good evening. Welcome to the post-match presentation for the match between IGM and 7 District. We've had a very interesting match. This is the SkyEdge.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022 powered by FanCode. We would like to thank everyone involved in putting up this level of a match and the administration involved behind it. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, title sponsor SkyEdge.net, powered by sponsor FanCode, official streaming platform FanCode, and the event partner TCM. In the second match of this tournament, 7 District have defeated IGM by 38 runs. And to go ahead for the man of the match, we will ask Iftikhar Ali sir to give the award to Mohammad Farooq for his 3 wickets for 7 District. Well, 3 important wickets picked up by him today. But just a few words with you. 3 विकेट आपने उठाई है मैच में, आपको कैसा लगा आज?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, पहले तो शुक्र है अल्लाह का, मैच जीते उसकी ज़्यादा खुशी है, मैन ऑफ द मैच की उसके बाद है
जी। तो आपने जो है आज बॉलिंग में जब की, द टीम लाइक IGM आपके सामने जब थी, तो नॉर्मली जो है सबको मालूम है कि वो फेवरेट्स होते हैं बिकॉज दे हैड अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग बैटिंग लाइनअप। तो आज आपने जब 3 विकेट लिया, आपको मालूम पड़ा कि हाँ ये गेम आप लोग के फेवर में गया है, तब आपने क्या महसूस किया था उस वक्त?
शुरू में जब हमने स्टार्ट किया तो बैटिंग में थोड़े से फंसे हुए थे, फिर बाद में जब रन्स हुए 150 तो इस विकेट पे गुड टोटल था वो, और फिर जब बाद में शुरू में हमने सर्कल में 2-3 विकेट भी लिए तो वहाँ से मुझे यही हुआ कि यहाँ से हम मैच जीत सकते हैं।
तो टूर्नामेंट के अंदर जाने में अभी कॉन्फिडेंस तो बहुत ज़्यादा आया होगा आप लोग को?
इंशाल्लाह ऐसे ही कैरी ऑन करेंगे।
अगले मैच में आप कुछ नया करेंगे, कुछ नया ट्राई करेंगे आप?
विकेट को देखेंगे, विकेट क्या देगी तो उस हिसाब से करेंगे।
Definitely. Thank you so much and congratulations. Well, you can catch all the live action on our Facebook and YouTube page and the FanCode app especially. Good night from the down.